Right, here we go. I want to put some dog holes in the bench this week, so I only want them to be in this piece here. Sort of working this out on the fly. So let's start. I just want it to be in this piece here. So we'll need to continue these lines down here to indicate where those are, and then find the center of this piece here, and work out how far in I want these dog holes to be. So let's start by putting a piece of tape down, because that makes things easier to see on this dark wood. Somewhere around there would be about center. And we want to make sure so that's that one. And that one. So what's the distance between those two? We have 912 millimeters. So I want to divide that into 4 to get my 2 holes in the middle. So I'll come back and we'll do that. So here we go. 48 in from each, 48 millimeters that is, from each end. So that's there, and 48 in is there. So that one. And that one. So that should be 48, 96. Yeah, roughly. Is that going to be too narrow? Maybe not. Okay, so how far do we want to make the first hole? Oh, the other thing we need to do is find the center of these lines. So what have we got there? Looks like 54, so half of that's going to be 27. Which is there. So that's our halfway point. Be nice to have it sort of equally spaced. So let's work that out now. So this piece here is just over 1500 millimeters. I think it's 1530 long. So if we make them 150 centers, that will give me 10. So I'll have 20 holes in my bench, and that should be more than enough. So let's start marking those out. So I want it to be 1500 is going to be there. piece of tape. Just make it one piece, I think. This time. So we want our centre. There and there. And so 150 from the edge is going to be there and there. So I think what I will do is mark the same, yes, mark the same spot all the way down, which I'll do with a sliding square. Okay, so here we go. So that's 15 there. Let me take our measure. And our second one. Just check. And then we want 15 centimeters or 150 mil there. And there. And that gives us our centres. So, rinse and repeat another few more times, and we'll come back when it's done. So here we go, we've got all our holes marked out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then that one will make 10. Okay, so here we go. I am going to line that up there. Everything seems fairly straight, so away we go. What I'm trying to avoid is blowing out the underneath of the hole. thing. Of course. That's gone straight into the cross member. Luckily for us, there's no cable in it. And this one will be the same. So there are a few places here where the bench top's chipped out. So I've saved the piece and we'll just glue that in. Just a wee spot of glue there. That's probably all we need. Okay, maybe a little bit more. And we'll squash that in there. As best we can. And we'll just fix that up a bit more when the glue's dried. Yeah, one more, just take that down. Again, we'll leave it till it's dried and gone off. And I'll carry on drilling the rest of the holes. So there we go, that is the dog holes in the bench. What I need to do is just give them a little round over just to take these sharp edges off, but I won't do that until the two which had the chip out have dried, so that could be tomorrow. Right, so it's been a day or two. This should have well and truly dried by now. So let's see how we can trim this. Good enough, and the router will clean the rest of it. So I have a test piece here set up. I have a 3mm round over in the router. I'm just going to test to make sure that it's not set too deep, and then we'll round over these dog holes. So that looks pretty good to me. I'm going to go on and we'll do all the dog holes. So I just need to go over these with some 120 grit paper just to get rid of this rim that you can see there. So I'll do that with all the holes that we've routed, and then reapply some finish. Right, so we've got the bench upside down. I've taken the wheels off the old bench and we're going to just recycle those into the new bench. Just lining it up, mark with a pencil. Line it up, mark with a pencil. So, need to get our punch to mark the centre. Seems to be about there somewhere. Just check that one. Yes, it's going to be about there somewhere. Drill our hole for our screw to go in. Just obviously to reduce the chance of it splitting out. Oh, they do feel quite tight. I might just put the next size drill bit up. I really don't want this to chip out. Right, here we go. Let's try these in. Quite. Here we go. See, split. Oh well, that's remove for you. Right. Next one. Right, it's really heavy, which is why you're here.
You're inspecting the dog holes, are you, buddy?
Got it.
Yep.
And that's it. Beautiful. Thank you. So there we go. One mobile workbench. What's my first thought? My first thought is that it might be a little bit high, but we will see how we get on. Okay, as you can see, it's easy to put the brakes on the wheels, which is great. This thing is so heavy though. I think one of the next tasks is going to be to put some finish, just one more coat of finish on, just to basically recover from all the routing and sanding, but we'll put one last coat on the top and we'll go from there. Right, I have some Danish oil put into this pottle, and now I am just going to put one final coat on all of this. So let's start with this. As you can see, I have taped up the metal work on the device. And that comes up such a rich sort of purpley red. Okay, it is now the next day, so the oil has dried, so let's put this thing back together. There we go. Right, so I have since found some cork that will fit on here, so that's going to be the next job, to finish this bench off. Right, so I'm just going to mask off the edge here, because I'm going to be using some spray adhesive. Far easier to clean that up just by ripping off the tape. And do the same down the side. Right, and on the other face. Go. Right. Now I need to work out how I am going to do this without taking everything apart. You know, it might be. Right. Actually, I think I will do that. I will take it apart, and yes, that will make it a lot easier. Okay, I'll come back when things are sorted out. So here we go. I've got the front jaw all lined up. This piece of cork isn't quite long enough, so this is going to be quite straightforward. Just line it all up. Make sure it's nice and square. and then just take a sharp knife and make several passes with the knife. That's that one. And then just need to slide that under and cut it to length that way. Right, now what I need to do is the same thing for the bench side. Right, here we go. Hopefully we've got enough glue. Right, we need to let that go tacky. And I'll let that go off for a few minutes and we'll do the other piece while we wait. Hopefully we're going to have enough glue. Right, I think we've got just enough glue to get that done. So, yep, it's probably tacky enough. Well, that's looking pretty good to me. Now for the other bit. Right, so here we go. Excellent. Right, now we need to get those holes in. Let's see if we can find the hole. There's one. we just need to tidy that up a bit. So the next one must be up around here somewhere. There it is. So there we go, 3 holes, well 6 holes. Right, here we go then. Right, that seems to fit in place. We just need to put everything back together underneath, which you've seen me do before, and then we'll tighten up the vise and leave it to fully cure. So one of the things that happened when I put the piece in is that this piece, which is the locking mechanism, hit the concrete, fell off and hit the concrete, and it's broken the 2 pins off that act as a hinge. So I think I'm going to have to try and I'll try some duct tape and see how we go with that, see if that'll work. So I'll just put that on the top. And underneath we'll put that on over the bracket and hope that works. Okay, it's amazing what a bit of gaff tape can do, eh? There we go, you'd never know. Right, put those 2 bolts back in to hold the face on. Tighten it up, and that's very good. I'm very happy with that. Just a bit of a clean up, take this tape off, don't need that anymore. Just go and put the bracket on the back of the vise, and then we'll have a look at the finished product. And here's just one last look at the table top, bench top. So that's it for this video, for this bench build series, and thank you for watching, and hope you like and subscribe. About 85% of you who watch are not subscribed, so I'd really appreciate a subscription and a like. That would be fantastic. So I hope you've enjoyed this series, and we'll start next time on a brand new project. We'll see you then on the Workbench Apprentice.